Life is a dance. Yes, it's good to find that playfulness. It's also a part of that innocence I have been talking about in the beginning. That capacity to be playful in life. Even if the circumstances are not very funny, still we can keep that attitude of playfulness, and it makes everything easier. It's good also to remember, to remind oneself. Something that I'm saying a lot. It helps to relax more. It helps to detach more. This whole manifestation is not as real as it appears. There is a base that is there, and we join in with our conscious experience. Then we perceive that reality totally formed, shaped by the 5 sense perceptions. What we see, what we hear, what we taste, what we smell, what we touch. And out of that we are creating that reality. But that reality is not as real as it appears to be, simply because we perceive it with our sense perceptions. And our sense perceptions, they are momentary, a point here, a point there, and then out of that we are forming a picture, creating our reality. Here now, momentarily, it's real. It's real as an experience. But the content is totally shaped by the way we are perceiving. The 5 sense perceptions, and then the habitual way how we are filter our experiences, our perceptions through our mental filter that we have developed over time and holding on to and feel that's me, that's my character, that's what I am. That's just the role that we are playing. Is it real? Is it unreal? Both statements are not quite correct. Both statements are not wrong. There are these 3-dimensional pictures, computer created. They are on a flat 2-dimensional surface, and usually it's just patterns, lines of patterns. And if we just look at it, we see just patterns. If we happen to focus the eyes in the proper way, actually the trick is that these are these lines, and they are near identical but not quite identical. And if we fix one eye on a point and the other eye on the near identical point in the next pattern, then a 3-dimensional picture comes out. The picture is not there on that 2-dimensional surface. And yet, we can see it, we can look away, we can look back, focus the eyes properly, and we see it again. And somebody else, if they have 2 seeing eyes, 2 eyes are necessary. With one eye, these 3-dimensional pictures cannot be seen. But if somebody else has 2 seeing eyes, focus properly, can see that picture. And usually people say that's the proof of reality, that others can see the same thing. But is that three-dimensional picture real? We see it, but it's something that two sources of information on the same level, on the seeing level, two sources of information slightly different are capable in our brain to produce that three-dimensional picture. Now our life experience of this world has not only these two eyes, but we have the smell, the taste, the touch, and we hear. Those five sources of information that are being filtered through our habitual mind, how we are reacting to certain things. And there, out of all this, we are creating our world reality, what we are experiencing. As an experience right now, it's real, it's alive. But as soon as that is gone, it's just a memory. Now somebody with another mental setup can see and hear and taste the same and has quite a different life experience and creates a different reality. If somebody comes and has different sense perceptions, somebody maybe sees electromagnetic fields, immediately the whole reality changes. The same base is there, and how we are perceiving that base, we are creating our reality. And in that reality, we identify with that perceiver, with that person that is perceiving all that. But that person actually in itself is part of that reality creation that we are somehow continuously doing with all the inputs that are coming from that base. It's real, it's unreal. It's not as real as it appears. It's good to remember that, to remind ourselves, especially in tough situations. And also in situations when we acted in ways that we after that think, okay, that was not so nice, that was not necessary. Okay, has happened, it's an experience, it's gone. Right now, I'm here, I can come back to that innocent purity of simply existing, of simply being. But when we are in the midst of action and full of tension, sometimes it helps to relax a bit easier, to remind ourselves, hey, come on, it's not as real as it appears. It's a magic show into which we have come to learn, to have the possibility to experience this, to have the possibility to have these confrontations, and in course of the process can become more self-aware and learn to grow and outgrow all that. By increasing the capacity of bringing the attention back to that aspect that is not affected. That's what you really are. Not this person. This person is just a reflection of what you are. This person is just a role that we are playing in this matrix, in this magic show. You are in it and you are out of it. However tense the situation is, it's still a fact. And if it's not an immediate direct experience, just reminding ourselves of that helps to take it less serious, less heavy. It doesn't mean we become incapable of functioning on that level. It doesn't mean that we become callous, indifferent in a sense that we just care about our own little petty story and don't care about anybody else. Doesn't mean any of this. It simply means no matter what we are seeing in a personal story or in a more worldwide story or in the story of a little group, our relatives, our village, our country, that we learn not to be overwhelmed by it, not to take it so serious, knowing it's a momentary appearance. It's not as real as it is. There is that which is prior to that, that which makes the experience possible. It's here, it's now, it's timeless, it's never absent. How we are connecting doesn't matter, but one aspect, no matter what way we are using to consciously bring the attention back to that one aspect, is important that we learn to connect it to whatever we are doing. Learn to relax in it. In that relaxation, the burdens that we are holding on to start to drop off, and we coming back to that what I have been talking about in the beginning, that innocent purity.